test for your diagnosis using Cliexa's compliance algorithm, built by Kang Win, Nicholas Kong, and Benjamin Yi. So we are the student team at UC University of Colorado, Denver, and we're working with our client, Cliexa. So Cliexa is one of the award-winning companies whose purpose is to help patients and providers make informed decisions about their treatment plans. Cliexa also enables patients and hospitals to fully leverage patients' reported data to improve clinical care and outcomes. So our application, Cliexa's compliance algorithm, is a front-end application that helps onboarding new patients through an intuitive graphical user interface. So the problem we are trying to solve is Cliexa currently does not have a friendly user interface that allows users to take different assessments and see if they're qualified for treatment based off of those assessments. So our application solves that issue because we're able to build a website that users can access from anywhere in the world, and they could take different diagnostic assessments to see if they're qualified for treatment. It is very simple to use, and it works in a yes or no fashion, and they click whatever they want based off of the question that best describes them. Our application also shows a visual workflow of the assessment the user just took as well, and we'll show that in the next slide. I will now pass it over to my teammate King to discuss the application and how we built it.
Thank you, Nick. So you can see here is an example of our applications. You can see the questionnaire boxes, the highlighted blue line, and then the yes and no, and the CPT code, and all the line connected this workflow together. This is our general graphical user interface. Can you go to the next slide, please? So we build this application using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And one of the main features that we utilize here is the SVG library, also called the scalable vector graphics. So this library helps us to able to manipulate, update, control the boxes, so that it will appeal visual. It will display appealing to the user. And the JavaScript is our main core engine to build the application. Can you go to the next slide, please? So we are hosting our application on Heroku. So the process is very simple. We update our code in GitHub, and then Heroku will pull all the code from GitHub, and they will automatically update our code in the infrastructure, so that whenever we push new code, the application should be updated. And that will be my part. And I can pass it to Ben, who's going to explain the next part. Thank you.
So now I'll go over how we did with testing. So our alpha phase of testing was our application that hasn't been tested by anyone. And we gave it to 6 different testers that were provided by Cliexa with instructions and access to the application. From there, we got feedback that after that, we implemented those fixes that we could and added in improvements that we thought were applicable to our application, and we started the beta phase of testing. Overall, we got a better score after our beta phase of testing, and we added notable features like the zoom in and the pan function. So challenges we faced during the building of this application were that React itself didn't allow for what we wanted, and so we had to move over the SVG that allowed us to use an infinite space and have boxes move well. Another problem that we faced was centering text because of the use of SVG. We didn't have a simple function for text path to allow us. Finally, the global implications of this product aren't very wide-reaching. Uh, Most of it will allow for paperless triage of patients when they go to clinics or hospitals. I've personally experienced this type of software before when I went to the doctor in the UC Health app. That will be all. Here's a demonstration of our app, and that'll be all for our presentation. Thank you.